Aloha mai kako, Keola mau now with, just kind of talking story. It's, probably Wednesday morning now. It's a little after midnight, and I was rounding up some wizarding, and just thought I'd kind of tune in a little bit on what it is and the lifestyle of a wizard dad, I guess. And so, yeah, it's evening. The boys are asleep. It's quiet, which is usually a really great time to work. I usually look at either doing it after the boys have fallen asleep or wake up before them and attempt to get some of this work done because it's definitely not always butterflies and unicorns. When I talk about myself as a wizard, it is a pretty broad spectrum. It started off with just curiosity in terms of human potentiality, going into deeper areas of the psyche, of the collective consciousness of humanity, going into areas of personal development, and sort of the source of those, going through things like Think and Grow Rich and some of the source materials for Napoleon Hill, going further with that, going into things like the occult sciences, the heyday and era of the Golden Dawn, further into like Renaissance, like scrying to, oh boy, Egyptian and Sumerian texts, the Vedas. I mean, going as far back as I could, and really just very curiously wandering into things and going even further, then starting to broaden from more of these terrestrial aspects, the human's experiences in terms of the mystic arts and nature of magic, and then going further into what I now see as more celestialism, the connection to our, well, interdimensional and stellar beings. And so nowadays, that means that I deal with all kinds of different types of intelligences. For a while there was a period where a lot of it was looking at more nature based things, the song of trees, the sound of the earth. And then it started to go into areas of more, I would say, like mystical creatures. And then kind of got dark for a while in really looking at removals and more malevolent entities that were looking at transitioning, or I was supporting with transitioning, definitely out of people, places, and things. And then, also going further into transitioning beyond this realm. And in 2019, came across some other things which I had no real experience with and of, which I would identify as dimensional intelligencies. And so started to deep dive into that because that's part of the reason that I am here. And what I've found is that there is and are challenges in balancing things that are much more focused upon, these more celestial experiences and how to balance that with these more terrestrial day-to-day events. How do I be a attentive, loving, supportive father to these beautiful boys and at the same time still work on the scale of what it is that I have found myself in? I haven't found myself in it. I've been here before, and it's part of my work. And so, how do I wizard and how do I dad and how do I wizard dad? Well, great questions. Kudos to you. It's a balance. I mean, for sure. The boys are my world. And being their father is, whew, it's a privilege. It's a blessing. And just to be able to be their dad is, and in of itself an incredible experience. It has and continues to be. Now, with that more magical side, and not to say that being a dad is not magical, because it is. Let's just say more of the eccentric, galactic, mystical aspects um, is also part of it. And these are two things that I know that I'm here to do, that I'm here to experience, my reason for being. And so as I really continue to find that balance, to support other people as well, it's something that is ever and always a practice. And sometimes I mess up. Often I do. Yet I continue to do my best on both. And I learn from it as best I can. I grow from that place as best as I can. So, yeah, Wizarddad-ing is definitely a thing. And I love it. I love this life. And it's something that as I continue to work through in my own way, my own process, my own processes, I'm grateful. Grateful for all of it. And it's getting a little late, so it's probably about that time to call it a day. Night, morning, whatever it is. All right, that's it for now. Love and aloha. Take care, and ahui ho.